Well, what is going on? Welcome back to Clayton Schick Outdoors. Of course, I'm Clayton Schick. This is the wonderful outdoors. And like the title says, welcome back to the 2023-24 ice fishing season. Even though I'm filming this at the end of the 23 season right now, in March, the end of March, these videos will be aired sometime early November. Could even be November 1st, I think, is the plan for this video. But we are chasing big mama lake trout. That is the plan. I'm on a multi-day trip to score a super giant. Could happen the first day, could happen the second, third, fourth, fifth, I don't know. But we're gonna somehow tie this all in together and make a couple video series out of it. It's minus 30 right now. It's cold. Like, it's not the end of March weather at all. But that's okay. We got the shelter. We got heat. We're gonna pop it up, drill some holes, and get fishing. Let's do it. We are officially fishing. Gotta clean my hole out here just a little bit yet. But that was, well, about an hour setup, total, I should say. Oh, there's fish. There's fish there. Oh my goodness, there's fish on. What the heck? Okay. I wasn't even looking at my screen. And fish came in and ate it as I was cleaning up my hole. Okay, let's go. Yeah, obviously I never got a good hook sit on or anything. I didn't even see him show up because I wasn't even looking at the screen. That is funny. That is really funny. Okay, well, hopefully that's a sign of some things to come today. It took about 45 minutes to get set up here about that. He's back there again. He's just a little guy, so a bigger one would have stayed glued, I'm sure. That's a lot of times when you get to a spot, when you first start fishing, there's usually fish in the area, right? And they'll come in, check things out, sometimes eat, sometimes not, but you almost always have action when you first go to an area, especially an area that you know that produces fish, right? Like, so anyways, there's 2 fish there already. And yeah, fishing with the LVS 62, which is better for deep water. As you can see, it's tracking my jig down the whole way, as well as that fish following it. So pretty epic. Okay, let's make it happen. I was not prepared or ready for that at all. You see I got some rocks down there as well where I am. It's not like big thick boulders, it's just kind of a scattered boulder feel here on this big mud flat. See, we get this fish to eat going up. I'm pretty sure this is the same. Oh, there's 2 of them there. This is one of them is the one for sure that I had on for a second. I thought about turning the grid on just so you can kind of judge size a little bit, but I kind of watch the numbers and I can see that between the numbers it's 5 feet, so that's kind of where the grid would be. So it gives you kind of an idea. I just think without the grid, it's just a little bit cleaner for the viewing pleasure for the videos. If I wasn't filming, I would probably run the grid, though. I would say just give you a better feel for the size of the fish. We want one that goes from one side to the other side, like 10 feet to 15 feet. We want a 5-footer. I know I'm not going to get a 5-footer. Oh, that was a horrible hook set, but I wasn't expecting that fish to eat. And I'm guessing he's just holding on to the tube, and once he gets closer to the ice, he'll likely just drop it. These Lakers have such a good clamp down. No, maybe he's hooked now, but yeah. Okay, well, you showed up, and yeah, double 10 holes, so the smaller ones are gonna be a little bit more floppy. Just wait. Okay, you can see even a big tube with a little fish, they'll eat them if they're hungry. He wants to freak on me here. I try to show him off quick and then get him back, but he's not cooperating very well. Okay, there we go. Fish one. He'd be a good eater. That noise he's making, lake trout have the ability to burp. That's why you can fish for them in a little bit deeper water, because they have the ability to release gas from their air bladder. Now, you can get them if you get a hook that's lodged down in their throat and they can't actually release the gas. Like if you're fishing big dead baits, something like that, you have to be careful, because if you pull them up from deep water and that bait's stuck in their throat, they won't be able to release their gas. Well, that's good. Caught a laker even before I got the chair out. Life's good. Oh, got another little guy here. Oh, they seem aggressive, even the smaller ones. That's two, actually three technically, because I had one on for a little bit. Could have been that same fish I just caught, it's possible. But good sign. They're eating. Anyways, I like it. Oh, lost him. Little guy. It happens. Don't judge me for losing a smaller fish. I tell people this all the time. The smaller ones with the big baits, they tend to not always get that hook buried, and they just clamp down so hard. And when you set the hook with them at all, you're doing is just pulling the fish up, and it's the bait's not slipping through their mouth. So a lot harder to land those smaller ones for sure. Obviously it's hard to land a big fish too, but more so because they just put up a crazy fight. Time for a chair. Gotta stay comfy. This is it's a long haul in terms of like the days. Right now it's a little bit later, it's 9:45, so I got a late start today, but I knew I had to set everything up. Tomorrow hopefully I'll get a real early start, because I'll leave the shack set up most likely. But they're long days. Like, it's not getting dark till 7:30ish, so need to get the chair up, get comfy, and get in for we're here for the long haul. I like my setup. I do. Table these days is just like so nice to be able to put all camera gear, charge batteries, all that stuff. Huge fan of the little, it's like a 4x2 folding table type of thing. Plan of attack for this video is to go over some different lake trout rods and options in that sense for the guys that just want to kind of are starting to get into lake trout fishing. I've got a fish here that's 30 feet away. It was just sleeking along the bottom here. So yeah, it's still coming, looks like here. But yeah, we're gonna go over rods and maybe some line, whatnot, and I can't tell size of this fish. It's not that big, but I'm gonna get him to eat. As I could see that fish come into range there, it came in at 30 feet there and just moved along the bottom so slow. That one is not aggressive. Some of these fish will just like dart in so fast, and some of them will take their time as they come in. There's a fish up here I just saw fly. Get up there quick. There he is. Usually the little guys are up higher like this, especially this far. Oh, took a swipe at it, I think. Oh, there we go. Got him. Way up high. That's cool. That's cool. Now he's not going to have any time to burn any steam off at all. I lost him. That's okay. He's a little guy. Little guy. I probably banged him off the edge of the ice or the bottom of the ice, and he got away, which is perfectly fine with me. But look at this. He wants another crack at it. He's like, I wasn't done with you yet. Get back here. Okay, well, at least maybe this time he'll burn a little bit of steam off. That's an aggressive fish. Goes to show you I never had the hook in him really good either, right? That's funny. Okay, where are you? There you are. There you are. Oh, jeez. Quit making a mess, please. Now with the double 10, the smaller ones like that, they can turn around so easy. Okay, I think we got him under control a little bit. Now I'm gonna have to dry off that camera because, well, he made a mess. The smaller ones get themselves turned around in a double 10 like that, and yeah, well, that fish gave me 2 cracks. I'm soaked too. Like, thanks, ya donkey. Comes 2 fish coming in hot. Maybe 3 fish. Looks smaller though. Oh, look, I like that when they have competition, right? You just have to hope that if bigger ones come in with these smaller ones, that the bigger one's the one that gets the tube, and they come in really quick. The small ones you could obviously try to get, oh, I want to lose this fish because there's another mark coming in there. Let's get rid of him quick. I wonder if I can dump him. No, I don't see that mark. It doesn't look that big either though, but I forget what I was going to say, but if they're coming in, the small ones are coming in quick and you do notice a bigger one, you know, you could try to pull it away from the smaller ones, although sometimes you can't reel quick enough to get it away from these fish. Oh, okay, easy, easy. Can't really control this guy, so I think I'm just gonna, well, we'll try to show him off quick. Fish 3 of the day. Oh, got a fish down there. Got another one up higher here. There's been lots of high flyers today for sure. I see them lots when I use underwater camera just below the ice, that they'll cruise the bottom of the ice and they'll eat insects off the bottom of the ice, scraps, whatever, right? Like they'll eat anything like that. Where'd you go? He's just another little guy again though. But like I said earlier, it's usually the smaller ones that are that high. Usually. I can't say I've caught like a real big lake trout just below the ice yet, when I'm in 70 feet of water. And that's what I am right now. I'm in 70 feet. I think it's like 68 is what it actually is. But you can see here about, oh, what is that? 40 feet where it starts to kind of dip down a little bit there, because I got a nice deep drop off here to my left. Oh, that's that smaller one from up high, I think, before. Nice, nice. The smaller ones are definitely eating though. Like I've got a big 6.5 inch tube. That's the big setup for the little guys. This big rod, this is the slugger from Frostbite, and maybe we'll do that after this fish. We'll go through the different rods that I use for lake trout fishing and what you could buy to get set up. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's amazing. I saw something else just kind of flicker in here from 45 feet away before I talk about rods. We're just going to drop down. I got that one that's below me, it's a smaller one, but I did see a slight flicker 45 feet away. So let's see if I can maybe draw him over here. Oh, that smaller one. Oh, wait, see? There's that mark. No, they're all smaller though. This is the one that I just had on right now. And then the one in the middle is the flicker that I saw 45 feet away. And I got that smaller one below me. So cool to watch them on live imaging. I know last year I made a video, which is actually like the last, just a few days ago when I filmed it, but I put it out, 6 months before this video, and I made the switch over to the Garmin. And it'll be interesting to see what my thought about it is after the whole open water season, because right now my thought about it is still amazing, but I can track my jig easily in 70 feet of water. Like there's no question. It's an amazing transducer. Obviously it's a very expensive transducer. It's the LVS 62 XR, which is for extended range. But anyways, rods. This one I'm using right now, this is the Slugger from Frostbite. This is the Vanta Black series. They have two series. They have, oh, the fish just picked it up. They have the Twilight and a Vanta Black. For a minute I thought that fish was bigger because it was just sitting funny, but no, it's just one of the smaller ones. So they have two rod series. They have the Twilight series and they have the Vanta Black series. The Vanta Black has all recoil guides all the way to the tip, so you can flick off any of the ice, and it has no reel seat, just all cork handle, so it's a little bit lighter rod. It has more of that custom feel to it, the Vanta Black series does. The Twilight series, which I have one here too, actually in the Slugger right here. I have two Sluggers with me today. Get out of there, buddy. Got them in the mesh here. I got two Sluggers with me today. This one is the Twilight series, and that one has a reel seat with a butt that you can change out to make longer, shorter. These are 46-inch extra heavy rods. They're probably my favorite lake trout rod, especially for fishing for bigger fish. Now, if you're only going to be targeting smaller fish, or it's not even the smaller fish, it's more of the baits that you're going to use is what I should really say. So they're my favorite rods for using bigger baits. 2 ounces and up is I'm running this Slugger. As soon as I start to go from 2 ounces and smaller, I'm going to what's called a Mr. Big. This is a really, really good lake trout rod as well. Same thing, Vanta Black, Twilight series. I've caught some giant Lakers on this, through the ice. In fact, at this point, my second biggest Laker ever comes on the Mr. Big. And the third option for a Laker rod, which you can use for Lakers, pike, anything, would be the Drama Queen. The Drama Queen is a 45-inch 45-inch medium heavy. Yes, I thought for a minute I thought it said 46. I'm like, I always thought it was 45 and 46. It's a 45 medium heavy fiberglass rod. So it bends a little bit further into the blank compared to the Mr. Big, which is a 43-inch heavy, and that's a graphite rod. It doesn't bend as far into the blank. It's a little bit more sensitive. So I'll use like this, the Mr. Big rod, for smaller baits. Like right here, I have on a 5/8 ounce tube. I'll use it for smaller spoons, that type of thing. And then something like this, I'll go maybe to a big rattle bait or a big spoon, something like that with the Drama Queen. It's kind of how I have my rod set up. So I have on, these are both 2-ounce baits. This is a 2-ounce 6-inch tube, and the one I have on down there right now is a 2-ounce 6.5-inch tube. It just got a little bit more profile in general, but those are my 3 lakeshore rods: Mr. Big, Drama Queen, Slugger. Slugger is probably my most used because I like to run big baits most of the time. But when I'm fishing finicky fish or smaller baits, the Mr. Big, and then when I'm going to rip a big spoon or a big rattle bait, the Drama Queen. Those 3 rods right there are all you would need for lake trout fishing through the ice. Okay, well, I should let you go because this fish won't let go of my bait.
Okay. I will text you if I hear something.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
I was on the phone with Cindy, and a mark came flying in here, and I'm like, it's smaller, it might not bite, and yeah, it did. I didn't even set the hook, so kind of hoping it maybe even comes off yet. But I had 2 smaller ones mess around there for the longest time, and yeah, they wouldn't eat, but this guy just come right in. I got my burger on the grill right now. Yeah, life's good. Maybe this fish isn't like crazy small, but it's not very big either. It's probably the biggest of the day though. Whoops. That's funny. Biggest of the day. Probably like a 30-incher here. And I'm on the phone with Cindy. We're trying to book a holiday here to Mexico. This fish won't settle down. Yeah, okay. Well, we're catching them. We're catching them. See ya. Fish on the bottom. Coming up as the tube's being dropped here. Should I stop it? Should I keep going? No, keep going. Keep going. He might eat it. He ate it as it was falling. Oh, come on. Get that rod tip nice and low so you get a good hook set. Oh, drop it back down again. Sometimes they eat it when it's falling, right? You just picked it up again. Nice. Yep. Sometimes they like it more when it's falling compared to when it's rising. They're always different. You never know. Lake trout, you just never know what you're going to get that day. They could be completely on, they could be completely off. Yeah. Let's see, he'll get this guy up the hole. Not a bad fish. Buried that big hook in him, that's for sure. Another dark Laker. Really dark. He wants to flop on me. So we're just gonna let him go. Don't make a mess, please. So good. I have noticed these tubes hold up a lot better than the jelly tubes that I used to use. His tube quality is pretty good. There's a little guy below me, but I saw something flash in right there at 45 feet. 45 feet at 45 feet away. Here it comes, look at that. Man, the power of me. No, I was gonna say the power of live imaging to see that like flash and be like, okay, I gotta reel up a bit and start working. And yeah, it's just a little guy, but pretty cool. So on it again. It's hard to get a big hook in those smaller fish, but yeah. Anyway, the power of live imaging. It's like that, the power of me, you know. I'm just joking. I really am. I don't ever say anything like that serious. Just a little guy. Get up here, buddy. Oh, not backwards though, because then you're gonna make a mess. If you come off right now. Don't make a mess. Little guy's got that big tube. Look at, like, what is he thinking? He's thinking, oh, one meal for me and I'll be done. So we covered the rods a little bit. Now what about reels? I really recommend something a little bit bigger. I use from a 2500 to a 4000 size reel. This one right here is a 3000 Stratic. It's got a pretty good drag system. It locks down pretty good to get a good hook set. And it's also got a very, very smooth drag system in it. 2500 would probably be as small as I would go. And up, like I said, to a 4000 size reel. The 3000 Stratics are really good. The Shimano has another reel just below it, I think called the Altagra or something like that. I believe it was newer this year. And I feel like that's going to be a good reel for it too. But a good smooth drag system is definitely important, but something that's a little bit tighter so you can like bury a hook set. The 2500 is definitely on the lower end of what I would go for lake trout. 3000 I really like. The 4000 is good, it's just a little bit bigger, and I found the 3000s to be just that perfect size. On every reel I'm running 30-pound Sufix 832 ice braid, and then I have on about a 15 to a 20 foot fluorocarbon leader that is also Sufix. It's called Sufix Advanced Fluorocarbon. It's not the actual leader material, it's just like the full 200 yards of leader or of fluorocarbon is what I use. And then I use a FG knot there to connect the braid to the fluorocarbon. That FG knot will slide through your guides ever so nice. I'm just going to bomb it up here and you'll see how fast and easy it comes right through my guides. There's my knot, bang, in the guide. Sometimes a uni knot will catch up on your guides or in your reel, but it's a really low profile knot. The FG knot made by Salt Strong. Oh geez, just I was burning it up. A fish came right there too. That's funny, I didn't even see that fish. But I felt all of a sudden, I'm like here and I'm like, I just felt a fish that was on there. So yeah, look, that's why you work a whole water column. Up and down, right? Because lake trout are all over the place and they see that motion in the water column, they'll come over to investigate. But yeah, so we talked about rods, we talked about reels, talked about line a little bit. The reason why I run 15 to 20 foot for that fluorocarbon is you do that FG knot, it takes a little bit longer to tie, and then you don't have to retie throughout the day. When you have to just like put a new lure on or whatever, you can just take a little bit off and it should last you the whole trip type of thing. So I start like 20 foot, and by the end I'm down to like whatever, 10 feet, and then I'll retie it again for the next trip. Oh, here comes the little guy here. Got little guys galore here. Little. Story of the day. Little. It's getting later. 6:14. About another hour left type of thing, hour and a half. We'll fish to the end for sure. But little guys today. I was going to talk about lures next for lake trout fishing, but maybe that'll be the next video. I'd hate to start off the first video of the ice fishing season with no big mama lake trout, but that's just the way it goes. Day's not over yet though either. Well, we didn't win today. I'm not even sure when the last fish was topside. I'm not sure. I had plans today to talk about lures yet too, to go along with the whole lake trout fishing and what you need for this year, but guess what? We just talked about rods and line. I think that's it, reels. And yeah, we'll cover more and more in the next, probably I'd say 5 to 7 videos. I don't even know what it's gonna be for sure, about lake trout fishing and try to get you set up for this year. You'll have to watch the whole season. I wanted to start the season off, the 2023-2024 ice fishing season, with a big mama lake trout, but we failed. That's okay, because we'll come back tomorrow. The shack's staying up right where it is. I do believe in giving a spot sometimes 2 or 3 days to really get a feel for what's going on. I had good action. I got about 10 fish, I think, total today. Some smaller ones, biggest one like 30 inches, but we're not done yet. We will put a big mama lake trout on the ice in the next couple videos. That's a Clayton Schick guarantee. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, get outside.